We're all looking for the most profitable coin to mine, and if you're willing to take a little bit of a risk, new coins, speculative coins, can make you potentially more money. They're a little bit risky because, you know, obviously the price could go down as well. I talked about this a little bit yesterday when I talked about Crypto Zone or Crypt0.zone. And there's a lot of new coins here, and there's probably a lot of coins here that you haven't seen on popular pools, such as Mining Pool Hub, Hash Pool, Supernova and things like that. These coins are new and they haven't been accepted into a lot of the larger pools. So what that means is that you're probably going to have to use a mining pool that you've never used before. So that's what I want to do in this video. I want to just kind of talk about what you should be looking for, what you should be testing, and, you know, making sure that you're mining to the right pool. So everything I said here is applicable to all coins, but I'm talking more about kind of newer coins that aren't on popular mining pools. But everything, all the coins that I see here, and all the coins that you see in what to mine, if they're not in a popular pool, then everything is applicable. So this is Crypto Zone. It does list a lot of newer coins, speculative coins. Now you can see information here, network hash rate, recommended pools, right? So that's the reward. So that means that you're getting 32 coins every 4 minutes. So that gives you an idea of how many coins you would get. But if I click through, you can see more information. So let's get the network hash rate there, 6.37 mega hashes. Now, or mega hash. So this Crypto Zone has got a list of different pools. This probably isn't a comprehensive list. It probably doesn't list every single pool out there, but it does have a good list to get you started. And you know, right away you can see the fee, and this is one thing you need to check is the pool fee. Generally, you don't get any pool that charges more than 1%. 1% is kind of the de facto standard, but you do see smaller pools trying to grab miners' attention and by offering a lower fee. But generally, when you see a lower fee, it normally means that they don't have a lot of miners yet, and that's not good. So, see, this one is even launched yet. This one, Sumo Coin, where is it? Yeah, 67.3 kilohertz. Yeah, so this one doesn't have a lot of miners. They've got 56 miners, so they don't have a lot of people actually mining through their pool. Now, that's a risk in itself because the variance is higher. So if you look at the total hash rate of a particular coin, so say a coin has 1000 mega hash. If your pool had 100 mega hash, then the network is 1000, the coin's 100. Your pool has 10% of the total network, and what that means is you should have low variance. If you were mining to a pool that had like 0.5% of the network hash rate, there could be a high variance because your pool isn't going to find blocks as often as others. Now, what this means is that over an extended period of time, this doesn't matter. Over a year, that wouldn't matter. But you could be very lucky or you could be very unlucky. So you can mine to a smaller pool and your pool could hit blocks very quickly and you will make even double than what you would normally earn. But it's more likely that you'll be unlucky and you won't find blocks. And what that means is you'll earn nothing. You won't earn, that much. That's why people gravitate towards the larger pools, to reduce that variance. But obviously, it is better for the network and the coin as a whole that, the pools are spread around, the wealth is spread around. You don't want a pool that's got more than 50% of the hash rate. The other thing to bear in mind, though, is that you need to look at the number of miners, the total hash rate of the pool against the total hash rate of the network. But just bear in mind as well, the fee doesn't tell you everything. There's a lot of people, unfortunately, there's a lot of pools out there skimming on top. And this is something it's very hard to test, it's very hard to prove. The larger the pool is, if they're caught skimming, it's probably easier to test because people can compare it against other networks and they can't blame it on variance. I've seen Zpool have this a lot. Someone's asking here, does anyone mine with Zpool? My earning is constantly 20% lower than the estimation. And someone said here, do a search on Bitcoin Talk. Lots of people run through the numbers and show they are skimming. Now, this, I've seen lots of people accuse Zpool of that over the time. So, you're talking about a 0.5% pool fee against like a 1% pool fee, well, it's irrelevant if the pool's actually skimming 5%, 10%, or 20% on top. It's really hard to prove, and it's even harder to prove when a pool is small. But as far as that goes, you need to just kind of do your research and do some searches for the pool to see what people say about it. But again, this comes down to, when you're with a newer coin, there isn't a lot of reviews out there. There isn't a lot of feedback on the pool, so you are taking a little bit of a risk. But you can see here, like this one, Bohemian pool, network hash rate 1.1 mega hash per second, and the pool has got 94.5. And you can see 67 miners are connected, 413 miners paid. And that's the thing, every time you go to a pool, they're using different software and they're presenting information in different ways. So you kind of need to search for the information that's relevant. But I'm not discouraging anyone to mine to a low pool. Just realise that you could have higher variance. And that's why a lot of people gravitate towards the larger pools. So that is something to look out for. Now the other thing is actually testing it. Mining speed, I'm going to do a separate video about mining speed because I really like the website. It's a really good pool. Now the actual website is, actually tells you the mining speed of cards, but they've got pool.miningspeed.com, and these are all Equihash coins. So it's NVIDIA cards it's for. And if I take an example, let me see, start mining Hush. So in fact, if I go back here just for a second, because that's got some good information, you can see for each coin, you can see 153 miners, 247 workers. So that's, a miner could have a couple of different workers. It's got the network hash rate connections, right? So I can give you some information. You can see here, like for example, in Komodo, there aren't a lot of people mining Komodo on mining speed. You can see there's only 13 miners. Compared to Bitcoin Private, there's 296 miners, 707 for Bitcoin Z. So you kind of need to bear that in mind. With some of the pools, even good pools can have coins that don't have a lot of miners. And as I said, not a lot of people mining, not a lot of hash rate in the pool. The variance goes up. You could be lucky, but the chances are that you won't find as many blocks as you would with the larger pools over a few days. But you can see, they all provide graphs for you, and they give you information. So you can see the network hash rate here is 2.74, and then there's the pool hash rate, so that's 0.4. So that's actually quite a good percentage of the full network they've got there for Hush. And then you've got the low fees, 0.8%. Now, as far as getting started, you can see they normally provide information. If this comes up, it's actually downloading the files. Let me see. So this is actually telling me pretty much everything I need. I would get started with this. I would, like for me, if I was mining, I would choose EU.miningspeed.com, and then I would choose, I've got a GPU miner, I would choose port 3092. And and when you're adding that into your settings, it kind of like that, just a semicolon and then 3092. Now I don't want to go into the kind of technical side of that in this video because it's different for each miner. Setting that up on DSTM will be different than setting it up with EWBF or Awesome Miner. Even that uses them, you can input it differently. So I don't want to get into that too much, but it is worth noting that you need to get those details correctly. Of course you do. You need to get those details correctly. So make sure you get the server information correct. Make sure you've got the port correct, and then you can do some tests. When you're actually up and running, if we bring this up, when you're up and running, you can go and you can look up your miner and add an address. So you can see, like, here's someone here. Now I can just click through here like that. But if, say that was my address, I could also just type it in there and it would bring me to the same page. And you can see here, this is going to tell you the hash rate of this guy's rig. He's got 6 workers. You can see he's got 20.6 kilosouls. And then you can see the number of coins. He's got 42 coins over the last 24 hours, 351 over the last few weeks. And you can see his payments, and you can see pending blocks. And basically what that means is when the pool finds a block that it needs to be confirmed over 100 times. And once it's been confirmed, you can see these ones have been confirmed 141 times. once the block has been confirmed, the block will be paid and it'll go straight to your wallet. Now, how much you're paid will depend on your hash rate. You know, you might only have 1% of the pool, and you know, your hash rate compared to the pool's hash rate might only be 1%. So when they find a block, if the block reward was 10 and you had 1%, you would get 0.1. So there's things like that you need to know. But basically, when you found a block, it doesn't mean you get paid right away. You need to get it confirmed, and then it'll go to payments. But as far as testing goes, I'll bring up my, so this is what I'm mining just now on my other GPU on this PC, and you can see, you know, I've got, what is it, 750 sols right now. I'm mining it. But if you go back to the start here, you can see that it connected to mining speed. That's what I'm mining on just now. Now, it is worth noting that if you didn't enter your details correctly at the point here, if I go back, it's here. So if you hadn't entered this information correctly, then you wouldn't even get to this part, because you would get an error message on the DOS window. So that is something you need to bear in mind. Now, another thing to bear in mind is, in addition to skimming, this is another concern, is that some pools are even scummier than that. And I'll give you an example. The other day, I looked at CryptoZone, and in fact, I'll just go back. It's probably easier to go back. Let's go back. Right. So I found a coin called Espers, right? And it's not very profitable now, but on the day it was profitable, and I thought, yeah, I'll try it for a few years and I'll see what it's like. So you can see here, 61,000 per day I should have got. Now, I decided to mine through this pool, Crypto Rush Mining, and there's 2 people mining right now. Right. So you think, okay, don't mine there. But at the time, it wasn't 2 people mining. It was like 50 or 60 or whatever it was at the time. There was a lot of people mining it. And you can see the information here. So there is, you know, that's what I put in there as the to connect. And then I put the port 3747. Now I did that, I put in my wallet address, everything connected okay. And I started mining. And when I say I started mining, I mean I mined like that. I was getting shares accepted constantly, boom, 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 for 4 hours. But at the end of it, I had nothing. I had absolutely nothing. This is actually the address I used. This is the page I got. And I had nothing. Now, I know for a fact that can't be right, because, you know, the block reward's 5,000. There was a lot of people mining it. This website, whatever it is, they've done, you know, they're just stealing hash rates. Now, I don't know what they're doing in the background. They could be doing something dodgy. They could be, like, using the hash rate for another coin. I really don't know. But from my end, all of it looked legit. So the reason I'm saying this is that you need to find the coin. You need to check the pool rate. You need to check that there's enough miners there so that the variance isn't too high. But you also need to do your own tests to make sure that the pool is actually going to pay you. Now, the first thing you do is, now if I, like, see here's nothing here. When you start mining to a pool, let me see if I go up here. Now, when you start mining to a new pool, you will see something like that showing you the hash rate. So this was showing me my hash rate. But after 3 or 4 hours of mining, I wasn't seeing anything pending. Now, there is normally a little bit of a delay, but there shouldn't have been that much of a delay. And I realised something was wrong, and so did my friend. We stopped mining it as soon as we realised that. Now, my mistake, well, I don't know if it's a mistake, but basically what you need to do is test the pool. And you can test it with your CPU, you can test it with just one GPU, or you can test it with a rig rather than 4 rigs or 5 rigs or 10 rigs. You can just allocate like 10% of your total hash rate to a pool, test it. Once you know that it's working okay, then you can put your whole rig to it. But I didn't do that. Stupidly, I put my whole rigs to it for 4 hours, and I should have made like I don't know what it was in the day, but 5,000, 6,000 coins. I didn't make anything. Now, my thinking behind that is that when you send more hash rate to a pool, you're sending more data effectively. So you're getting, you know, you should be able to see quicker whether it's going to be profitable, because you've got more data to work with, and you can go, yeah, those numbers look okay. But in hindsight, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just sent maybe like 1 rig to it, or 1 GPU to it to test the pool and test that everything was working. So that's my bad, and it's something I'm going to learn from in the future. Because the reason is I've never actually experienced that before. I really haven't. I've seen scare stories, but I should have had thousands of coins and I got 0. And I don't know what they're doing, but you know, and I'm sure they've got an excuse somewhere, but I reckon they're doing something very dodgy in the background, just stealing hash rate or whatever. But what I would do in the future, learn from my mistake and just send one GPU or send, you know, even a CPU there. And really all you're doing there is you're making sure that the connection is right. And once you've got the connection and you're seeing shares are being accepted, then you're jumping over to your wallet page. You can see that your hash rate is there, and you'll see it'll be something like that showing you the hash rate. Then you want to see numbers. You want to see pending balance. And again, this is YIMP, what they call YIMP. It's software, and this is how this looks in many pools. But in mining speed, it's a little bit different. You can see here they show you it in pending blocks. But you know, mining speed is a very reliable website. So yeah, that is something to take into account. So to summarize, I realize this is a long video, but to summarize what I've been trying to say here, when you're trying a new coin, when you're testing a new coin to mine, you want to be looking at a few different things, but really you want to be looking at, you know, if you forget the fact you need to look at the price and the white paper and all that for a new coin, you want to find a pool, and for that pool you want to look at the fee. Ideally, if the pool has been around a long time, you want to do some research and, you know, check some reviews to see, are they skimming, are they reliable for payments, do they have any minimum payments? The reason I'm saying that is because if you ever mine to like an alt pool, I find an example here. So like if you mine to a pool such as Hash Pool, and you can see again they use YIMP software, so it looks the same, but it's not. Different website. They allow you to mine different altcoins, but they pay you in Bitcoin, and you can see that they pay every 24 hours 0.008 Bitcoin, and then they are 0.004 every so often. Now the reason I'm saying that is if you're mined to one of those altcoin pools, a minimum payout means that you might not get paid until you've reached, you know, like 30, 40, 50 or even $100 worth of money. So you need to bear that in mind. I'm saying dollars there, but you know what I mean, Bitcoin. So yeah, do some research on a pool if you can, but if it's a new pool, unfortunately there's not a lot that you can really do research on, and this is where you need to test. As far as skimming goes, you just have to really, you know, it's hard to prove. I think with the larger pools, people can do tests and they can compare it to other pools and they can go, you know, something's wrong here. But with a smaller pool, it's harder to test that. You've not got as much data, and really you just have to kind of mine it for a few days and see what the numbers are like, and if it's not looking good, move to another pool. That's what it is, guys. Test, and look at your stats. Check your stats, make sure that everything is paying you and what you'd expect to be paid with the current difficulty level and all that. But yeah, check the pool. Check, once you're set up, check that you're connected correctly, that the shares are being accepted. Check that the pool has, you know, sufficient miners, sufficient hash rate against the network hash rate, so that the variance isn't too high. It means that you're not going to find a block every 5 days. You would be finding a block every day, even though your share might be lower. And just test everything, and then make sure that you're getting paid to your wallet. You also have to check that actually the money is sent to your wallet as well. All of this, guys, it's all about testing. It's all about you know, looking at what others are saying as well, whether other people trust a particular pool. And as far as that goes, when you're mining a particular coin, you know, if you find a new coin here to mine, yes, you will see recommended pools there, but one of the best ways to get started is actually just to go to the website for the coin, then go to the Discord group or the Telegram group, and go and just say, hey, where are you guys mining? Where are you guys mining? And find out what pools they're mining from, and then take from that, you know, what's the best coin to mine from there. But even if you go with other people's recommendations, I would still say that you have to do these tests. You need to check the pool fee. You need to check the number of miners, the hash rate. You need to check your own figures to make sure that the hash rate from your miner is matching up with what they are saying. Unfortunately, skimming does occur. I don't like the fact that it does occur, but there are pools out there skimming. And as I showed you with this scumbags at Crypto Rush Mining, these guys didn't even pay me when I should have had like 6,000 or 7,000 coins or whatever. They didn't pay me for like 4 hours of mining. And as I said, there was like, I think it was like 50 or 60 miners at a time. So, test. Make sure you've got everything connected okay. And if you're unsure about anything, make sure you go to the Discord group, the Telegram group, go to the website, go to the pool website. Make sure they've got all the connection information okay to make, just to verify that you're connecting okay. But yeah, do your research. As always, guys, that's what it's all about. Do your research. So I hope you guys have found this useful. I realise that I haven't shown you the actual connection side of things, but there's so many different miners out there. I want to just talk more about from a research point of view. So thanks for watching. If you get any questions about this, please do leave a comment below, and I'll do my best to answer you. And until next time, take care.